abramo. In fact, ene asam no just say me hu say be 2 weeks ni ye kan omo de ni ntom some person mon kan ye de na watwe me enu edi anim a etwa mu na ye kasa about the prostate ye kasa prostate and enlargement prostate cancer ya ka ho asem enu nti no sa abre ba bia hedru so no ene ye ba be kasa afa vaginal discharge eho ye ka mema de ani aka ma de hu say ye sekan ni fa no twa ha no watwa ha na ni nyina no atumi SCP na esita enu nti no doctor e ba be cheche ya se ne be ya se wo hu bibia wo be hu sade we ya me hu die ne kwan so ano na se we die enhye da entwa yie papa na wahu ne ye wo nso wo de wo hu e be fa enu nti doc mema wakwa aba eti sen
ya enia
doc me hu be ha many weeks
wo me na watwe me yemi ne
ayo eni akwa aba bi o doc ene yesi ye be kasa about vaginal discharge but answer na ye be call eno ho so no me pese me ntwa me ho sema na membra na yemfa dwumadie no enhyehyɛ so enu ti ye basisia.
It is said that women are the backbone of every economy. Ignoring them means building a fragile economy. From the CEO who sits in the office, to the politician on the podium, to the petty trader who sells by the roadside, or even to the housewife who stays at home to take care of the children. When women decide to climb the ladder of success, it is very difficult. But with diligence, some are able to climb and stay on top. On this show, we talk to such women to share their experiences, their challenges, their success stories, their praise reports, and how they have been able to stay relevant against all odds. This program is here to celebrate women who have made it in life and to encourage those who are now coming up amidst any challenges they might be facing. This is the only show that seeks to establish the fact that with determination, success is inevitable. This is the Diligent Woman Show with me, Abena Ofebia.
Because Emma Akwaba doctor Ajine Kunya or the ene enchechere adisuani adishiri na doctor ede brain doc Miss Emma Akwaba bi who watch it mpacho te say na bi aje wo so eda yesu ase ena ase why okay doc ene yes ye besua ade afa vaginal discharge ehu enu nti no ma mention ase free say vaginal discharge ne kra no eye dade
you 2s ba ko kire ba bia efiri ba
ba ko kire doc mpacho ya ma one so kakra ma me
ba ko kire ba bia discharge ni
efiri ba
ko so fra de kra ba ye ka discharge ana je se bibia ba bontin in a form you
okay
ana say yetimi efili ehu ni texture
okay
ana say yeti pampan pampan na if vagina no neba vagina no ye tract ye hwe oba reproductive system na vagina no ye muscle tissue na ye elastic
okay
na eho na ana vagina no na se oba ni be mehia be ma no ni be ma ni kwehye na hwe vagina no nso so a ye passage
okay
enti se awodie no wo ho awodie na no wo ho vagina no wo ho na vulva ni labia no so wo ho odi mfoni beto so ama etifo ehu na se discharge no ebetimi afi so na aba ana se ebetimi afi vagina no mu na aba but because vagina no passage ni ntino bibi afi ho aba no yehu ni se if vagina no na eba do se nyini nyina na fi ebi o we fi awodie ni
okay
na afa service and if bi so ye secretions free service ni ho
okay
na eba ba ni nyina ebe da dia ebe fa vagina no ye passage
e ho na ekwan dance ebe
vagina na so wo glancer is a release fluid into sad discharges no you mu ahodo mi no the physiological ones I no a normal with the female system and makeup no and the bin so ho no ma a pathological na you know say yare and the cover ediba nti e ka vagina discharge bibia bi fi oba se aba say ye moja sufin say ye nsuo bi a obi hu either so be who say eba bebre ana so be who say bia o de panty line bia atare ho ne panty mu na aba be stay ni mu ana so be who say bia stay ni ne panty ana say even menses are eba ni na discharges but you use physiological for to qualify the normal discharges and then pathological for any disease process the discharge
okay nanka the next one maybe say nya na say but what may hu say wo mahoro mienu ebi wo ho a normal na ebi enso me fan say for the layman's word na abnormal say wo normal dey na abnormal
sanity for pepe
enti no normal ones ni dey na say oyo ba nko ade something like that will happen enti ne yen hwe abnormal ones no no eti say
abnormal ones no ansa na me kan no ma me fan free baby
okay
vagina no ecosystem the kind ecosystem baby any o nyina balance say the be obi a ho beto no
okay
na you have vagina ni mo naturally microorganisms e wo hodada na ye di kan cheche no your previous discussions na ye chire mu hu say ye lactobacillus e wo ho I keep all the other organisms in check na keep vagina environment at a pH of about 3.8 to 4.5 which is moderately acidic.
Okay.
Inti keep all the other organisms in check. But lactobacillus ni dwumedie no ebrasia na see ye bibi ma na dwumedie ni brasia na allow other organisms no to grow. We no free also so other processes ebetimi ama organisms free abontin aba. Na ye ka pathological discharges na ye omu ahodo bebre. Jedi kind the friend say bacteria vaginosis. We should need to say the bacteria and the ideba. Now the commonest cause Gardnerella and the area no eba. Kumasi for and say boss you see I can say mumo mami kid. Na you can't Gardnerella na a organism a bacteria. Na the you can't say bacteria vaginosis no. Your bacterial vaginosis, your candidiasis, and I know your yeast infection.
And I white.
No, you can't say white. And now you wore Trichomonas vaginalis, and know your protozoa infection.
Okay.
Your yeast, I mean, say if you are your other sexually transmitted infections. Okay. Let us say gonorrhea, chlamydia. These two can major risk factors for pelvic inflammatory disease. More than to me, afro acosro. Aqua audianim, aqua tubes impo into the peritoneal cavity, aqua cause damage to the tubes, cause infertility and all those things. And also so those sexually transmitted infections and also so the pathological ones a bit to me these comments are somewhere they are being held in check, but because of the breach in the work of the lactobacillus, they begin to proliferate due to the activities that we do or the things that we engage in. And I will add this through sexual intercourse, other sexually transmitted infections, and also with me, Eddie. These are pathological ones.
Okay, into no, what I say, a sexual intercourse, nearly so be an say, and on a deba. But the other ones, any sexual intercourse, what will make such bacteria and things so mo wanna you keep you on check and then a bit to me about on check no back off man answer then to for it to go something like that
yeah but you catch say ecosystem into answer be teach ma or nature say what beachy environment into there part number first we beachy environment yeah activities ebema the lactobacillus ni dwuma de na ko form in fact so bia o ye duchi maybe so as an example unim ade property ewo ingredients ayo it is so you so it might have an effect on the lactobacillus activity no
okay
now if we increase and I say allow other organisms to multiply
okay
multiplier then they begin to exert their effects and I say bia other activity we say bia oba or menstruate. During menstruation, you have a discharge coming out. Whenever there is blood coming out during menses, it's a medium for what? Organisms to grow. So if you have sexual intercourse around that time, you are providing a medium for these organisms to multiply. And you can reach Yes, that is also a medium. After you say the way we go about with our hygiene. The way you say even with our toilet seats we expose ourselves.
Okay.
Then the way we keep our panties, our external genitalia, the way we clean and all those things. You find so back or washroom. Now we clean here also a day or wipe from front to back. Good. And didn't know wipe from front to back because there are organisms at the back.
You don't want to bring them
good.
Front.
So that is one means. Afi ebi any panel or share toilet seats any other. And then you don't know what these people or where these people are coming from. Some of them are not sexually transmitted infections, but they can be carried from one person to the other through activity, sexual activity. Those said they are not classified, say, sexually transmitted infection. And you have bacterial vaginosis and any candidiasis now, you can classify them as sexually transmitted infections. But if you have a male partner who has other multiple females,
okay,
so like that. Okay. So what we advise is say any panel wahuni dimu, they will say isiso. Afi so no sexual activity. If say a idea you are not you yourself you are promiscuous, and I say your partner is promiscuous, then you should have protected intercourse. But these ones, you know, when it comes to the way we manage it, it's also a be on ma and sana naturally and sana obabe tuni nine so go hospital for an infection. Let's just say what try.
But you better who say we infection because also discharge be a natural and a be infection. Madam who say we be infection to say me
you natural ones, you know. It occurs because of the hormonal changes.
Okay. And
I say be a menses. And I say as part of the normal cleansing mechanism of the vagina. Because there are organisms there. The vagina has a wall that it needs to be shedding from time to time. So the epithelium of the vagina will have to be shed from time to time. So those ones will be seen as discharges. And we are natural discharge. And that's what Barney menstruate here. The blood is coming from the uterine lining. And after it will be on just around the time before or right after menses, no who brownish discharges be. Those ones are all classified as normal. Okay. And I say around the time of ovulation, we who discharge. Discharge maybe to me take mucoid discharge. Family planning describe when they say cervical fluid. I know normal. Normal. I feel so be any panel when you saying around the time of after ovulation, you know, we who say time now implant, you know. Will be some small spotting, a normal discharge. We are no free where the panel as part of the normal vagina, you know, will be discharge a clear and I say a whitish, and yet it said that be also a shed in the calabia, a fee pumpine beer and shedder in the H.
It's a colorless or odorless.
Very good. But say infection about Nipani be who say pumpine. ADHD. Okay. Pampine is a bacterial vaginosis. It is a fish. April. Okay. Now, Nipano ete pampine more either during menses and I say during time or Nibema. And to be an adrenaline course. Beman and be a becker and say, and I say, be a drew say, Park, no, so I already asked for Kujina to command. I could talk for Kujina house for my. It's say, the old honor. Or the scent is driving the man away. That is the time they will seek medical care because now it has become what embarrassing. But if say the person can get treatment early. But yeah, we resort.
And I'm saying how anymore because can you say be a scent and a scent and at that time the color before the scent and the color. No, is there something else?
You have a discharge, a normal discharge that you are paying attention to. So if aside those ones, you are seeing any changes, and the changes will come with odor, to come with color, it will come with consistency.
Let us say
apart
from odor and the color we no bibi fufuro bi ani ho a betumi ama we hu say there is something.
The consistency of the fluid, the texture.
Okay.
Say a normal discharge a thin. But a pathological it can be what thick. It is who will be a when you candida who says speckles and I say a thick. I say creamish a discharge a very
yeast infection.
Yeast Into texture and also eboa. Other things like itching.
Okay.
Until you say scratch and win. Until you not very public embarrassment because I just saw those Sabako and I saw you now we stars.
Now one enemy.
Have a burning sensation with bacterial vaginosis. Be or chromogen, sir. Or some burning sensation during the time of urination. In addition, and I say be any panel itching in Tinafe was scratching and why inflamed. I feel a crew any idea. So those are the things I hear pathological discharges, and you don't see those things when it is physiological.
Okay. Sugar. Does it have any role to play when it comes to vaginal discharges? Because say would this sugar be white? Would this sugar be white?
It's not with sugar per se, but we are not with those who have immunocompromise, and I say issues with immune suppression states. It is a diabetes.
Okay.
Yeah, na candida. It's normal to find candida in a woman. We provide the same proliferate here symptoms because you actually say the ecosystem has organisms. Say we introduce foreign material to say ABR or bow in the Kunudi now a day nano echo. Some of these organisms are in the mouth. Until you are now going to introduce and then it might breach the ecosystem. Okay. What you say? And you know what we request, and I say we recommend, and they say the panel. Can I say you have an ecosystem? You don't want to breach it and allow the abnormal organisms to proliferate. So you are creating or maintaining that ecosystem to keep the organisms in check.
Now, do we have say sugar there? But do we have some foods that do any way they also bad and say so bad now it will help or deteriorate or something? Because I told you I see yogurt. What is it?
Then I'm invested in alcohol, but my main can horse and the kind you find so about you naturally, because of the pregnancy. So yeast infection a bit increasing, and I say the same will be all diabetes. It's normal, so we find yeast infection. Until you find it, and then the treatment in the crown, you might not be able to get full treatment with her. You say after the pregnancy after the delivery, and then in the same way, so will be our diabetic. It's not because of the diabetes state. Until your cancer you got near it's about fermentation. Okay. So you are producing what? Lactic acid. That is why we made mention of the lactobacillus. Okay. The main aim is to get the acidic environment. Until Uncle for recommend they say yogurt fermenting and all those things like with the organisms active near to create that environment. We are no few one things like used to their prepare medications. I find say probiotics. They use the same technology. Okay. And maybe an oral, be a vagina, be insert and those things to help create that acidic environment, because people believe say it's the breach in that acidic atmosphere or environment that allows the other organisms to multiply. But there are still people who use it and they might still get the infection, because that is not the only cause of the infection. Okay. Because I said these two are not sexually transmitted. Chlamydia, bacterial vaginosis nene candidiasis no. But for trichomonas vaginalis sexually transmitted, and that one comes with a yellowish to greenish discharge in addition to the other
yellowish to greenish. Okay,
and also has
a smell.
It comes with an odor and all those things. But as part of the investigation, they will take a swab and then send it to the lab, and in the lab they will look at which organism is actually causing it. Because you treat it blindly. Are you treating bacterial vaginosis? A bacterial infection, so you need to give an antibiotic. A candidiasis is a yeast infection, you have to give an antifungal.
Okay.
A trichomonas vaginalis is a protozoa infection. Until you can't go just and say that
vaginal discharge,
then you just
good. So
what causes it will determine what treatment you should get. In the same way, if it is a sexually transmitted infection too, you should have a treatment appropriately for it.
Okay. Me person me be phone lines ne kakra bi. Na say ebia obi ebetumi ebisa asembia obi wo problem bi na so pese Dr. Mboana 0244231707 0244231707 ena eye phone lines no. And some na ye kasa no e fa ma ho batafa bushia nyina ho se na edu omo de no so na doctor say mema de batafa ye nyina ye ho enitu no ye ma de but doc na ye hu o screen so sisi e no na ye de
this creamy discharge into no said that we can we kasa o feel it na ye de thick.
Where the access so power
we could be change say obi examine apiti mu nyina bebre.
Na waka keeping neat and I say ye aside ye no, what else can we do to prevent us from even getting these things? But answer no keep yendi ehunu no pacho elaborate no on it kakrama ye di na ehunu ni say
you're good. Yeah, it starts with what you put there. And normally people tend to send kakraba they want to put use preparations and things to get the place a good flavor or a good scent. Now those things can destroy the ecosystem.
Mpacho my uncle atasamanso embrace hello bamena.
Yes, madam.
Papa to say yes, I do me so me ho ye pa oni aba bi ho akire no ba bi o ho. Okay. Me pacho ka say yeti. Okay, now what the next hospital?
I am studying that study for my give me a new center now for 7 days.
Sent to whom?
That only the license like general issue in total. Hello, Tiaba.
And so, I sent to be an okay, me pacho. Liner, yeah. Okay, me pacho you doc be no papa.
Physiological discharge no. Obi ane ne de quantity eba.
Okay.
Obi de kakra bi. Obi so de edoso. But se wan hwe ne ya, obedwen se edoso ne nti no. Pathological. Na fe wo treat. So the best thing is say also omukọ assess no mutiki no more testing for these organisms. If it's not there, it's a physiological discharge. You shouldn't worry.
Okay. Mpachwa na kola ne beba no.
Yeah, na ye ka ahonidie no ehho asem. Nti we should avoid those preparations near the duching ne sa neoma.
So bi o ha na say ma ho tight.
But the question is you should know what ingredients are there.
Okay.
Because prepare neoma no so na ye say neoma in addition. So we have to know the product we are using, be convinced say it's not going to create those things for us and sana you use product no na ye no fi ho no ma
pacho ma yenko oti embra na yenko onua ye hello papa Martin. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, mommy.
Me pacho kasayeti o.
Pacho no I
okay.
Pacho I the private the who should football the back very light the bottom.
Okay.
Sometimes you know I to say me sure I am sure I am yeah.
Okay.
Mate, I am in inside the education. My husband for several times on the there is no problem because social transmitted disease here in Hobby. I don't know the problem.
Okay.
But
Yo, doc.
I think so. Obey me afraid after the program.
Okay. Enti no me pacho answer doc be fi another number ebetudwa. Enti no pon na wa friend na fe we one on one enkomo na ne doc aboni nyina pepe. Yakopon insha. Doc cleanliness no o se to da bia na ebu ho a se ehwa ekese ye mane nya ketwa ehwa ye se
eno ne ye na make say no ne ye nipa no.
Okay.
The opposite or but you don't use a product that will destroy the ecosystem and cause the give the other organism the opportunity to multiply. And I say using the product, and so you don't go and indulge in sexual intercourse with people who are at risk of transmitting sexually transmitted infections.
Joyce and Casa from Ejo. So hello, Joyce.
Hello.
Mommy, at the same.
Okay.
Yes, so Adom ne mon pai bonti enso ye ho ye pa me pa cho kasa yeti o. Amen.
Na pa cho wata roma ya na doctor so de bia ye no ye ntib ye no kata.
Nti ye mbubum. Omo bubro funa ya na no eden dodo arthroscope so ya na ntumi kura bo. Yeah, Mama Joyce.
Please wait.
Mama Joyce and to me and so Mama Joyce and to me and so doctor ya na ya re nkete nkete ne dia kase sa dia ya na ebe nde anya ne yakofa ba mo no de ba
dia etoso ye panty a ehye
okay
e wo se ye wash be dry no the type of panty preferably cotton e breathable.
Okay.
They say nylon panties near the baby retain heat. Na fe ama organisms na opportunity e dey proliferate. Intino I was see use cotton panties from kakra betimi afem. E do na jo kra preferably good say obeda.
Ropopo.
So they very hard because who shares any man that will generate heat near doing na allow my organisms proliferate ma those things eba. Now face so we sell wash panty na yen dry no we e marry amoso. Say possible crash we na to so be ya.
Okay.
To so. The enya say ye the panty ni sen oni the support and atawa sen so na it.
But hello Vicky, good morning. Vicky, me pacho reduce your TV volume no na yan kasafa phone so why mama.
Okay. How many days is normal for a lady to menstruate?
How many days is normal for a lady to menstruate?
Yes.
Okay. Doc.
Yo, yeah, need specific number of days. Yeah, the here say women's is moja no aba. E betumi aba. Obi dey 2 days, obi dey 5 days, obi dey 7 days. Obi kra dey betumi abrosa aba a few days. But the here say yare bia enhyase a enu ntiama changes aba.
International say wo nipa no abra wo hyase no. How would start here? No, say na mediate. Enya say na be.
Ebeti bibi abetimi amana. Even stress cra betimi affect your menses.
Nti e be dem. So we dey.
E na me che say yare bia anhyase dia. Aha nti se nipa no wo ho na say bia changes no e ha no a. E wo so tu ho na monko hospital. So okona say yare bi wo ho a obehu. Ayeti so bi wo ebia o menstruate 3 days na afi eba ebia 7 days na mu ya na start to ni bebre ebia na find the fibroid bi and the chassis ama na yesa anase obi o no ma o start ye no ebia o ye 7 days wawo se o na wo echi no ebia o ye 3 days ye hia ne se moja no eba but I thought that ya na ye hu ni se ye gidi akodi bibim tie no man crofo kwan ma woman
plate ya na e wo se enchechre na ekọ abontin ye because ya no mo tonton no ya se obade ya wo se ukọ 5 days obade ya wo se ukọ 7 days about 2 days 3 days na fibroid na eboabo anu ahye ya te process of menses ma ya na se eboabo anu na beda ne fibroid enti na wo se education na mo man nko ye man because o man no aye de achen mo we are listening to them
enya o man na aye the medium or the channel of communication because ye ntumi nko gina bass mu se ye kwa kokasa fa
but the
medium it's so any appropriate medium
absorbing the wrong information
it's inappropriate medium be ayenso ye benya no we come up with the discussions and then we talk about because enye edro na ye de eton na yakase o menses na ye say yes na say yes and you say can better and can make vaginal discharge makase we project we ye pa na no from but at the end of the day no ye hwe say de bema ya pomudin SCCP na ewie peye no na ye hwe
doc
yensa ba me wie
no ha
na afi uye no fi wa makase ye nkipu ni neat afi say ade ade obi share washroom making sure say from time to time no be use disinfectants a disinfect ne kama especially baby ye compound places intina who say young man or school they go and pick a lot of these because of the way they keep their things, the way they share their washroom and everything. Until we should bear those ones to in mind. And I feel YP and quiet. YP in future and yes, those things. Now, if you avoid do change in your manner, a boy to that extent. But anytime you who say discharge neighbor, pump and be a woman. And I say the texture no a change and I say be who say you funny say the quantity no eba no asesa and I who say color no asesa I will see you 2 and among eco hospital okwa umbe examine no ma hwe so mo hwe na say ya dia mu investigation ya dia also mo treatment on more appropriate treatment and my name ye fair say ya dis anima no ebeko hospital e sense so ko chinchini na sa afi obi wi a the problem beba we pathological ones no be betimi aye pelvic inflammatory disease dem kan no betimi be bit say cancer e sha say wo de ano cervical cancer and so do stage be a late stages na edema ho discharges any ade but me na just what you want am and e be hu say ade we e free say ya na say free say no nya treatment appropriately.
Doctor, last one, Dettol, is it good say that you see Dettol I will say
you that one here day
antiseptic okay
good wasina ohohoro no what are you trying to achieve? That is the question I would ask. That one that if I say you have an answer say if you yes that one
sounds like Dettol
yes antiseptic so you use it where on surfaces.
Okay.
What I say nti wudi dware a wudi gu nsuo no wudi adware nti bacteria nti se wo dware na wo hohoro wase a eye Vaginal labia no e na ade hohoro enye no na ade koye
for the cotton
inside Debbie
let it come on in na AC doctor ya say yakopon ensha de bibia esi hanum se ukuada napa e besan ehia ye de aseda ema obibia Reverend Ejekuma Asante still na said no de ma enkrofo so for me Asante yakopon ensha da no udi papa birthday no man ni je ye pa ye da se yakopon ensha apostle ahemfo nso ose oda obibia se mo am wetai na chinya yakopon ensha mo sanya medi kan ya no memene da edi animu yɛn ayɛ nuaba Rose Akolache yɛde no to mpem na yakɔpɛ ne krabre ɛwɔ akosombo yɛ nuaba ma Evans Akolache me cameraman ba akɔpɛ ɔno ne nuaba nimpɔn ɛna ɛda for me enti no adɔfo ɛne agyamfo nyina munkogya yɛn na yɛntumi ɛnkɔpɛ yɛ nuaba no krabre yɛde bibia esi ha me de asedama me technical guys nyina obi a ɔhwɛ yɛn baabi a ɔhwɛ yɛn fie bia nyankopɔn enhyirawo na onka ho na onto nhyirasi ngu so odomfo edum yɛn awukuada anapa yɛbɛsan ahyia medin ene abena ofebia bye bye. God bless